I think this is a story you might already know. It's one about Nephi and the brass plates. Lehi's family had fled into the wilderness. The Lord told Lehi in a dream that his sons needed to go back to Jerusalem to get some scriptures that were written on brass plates. A very wicked man named Laban had the plates, but the Lord wanted Lehi and his family to have them as they journeyed to the promised land, so he could teach them and the next ones that came about it, Lehi asked his sons if they would go back and get the brass plates. Nephi said that he would. He had faith that Heavenly Father would help him and his brothers if they were obedient. Nephi's faith helped him obey even when the commandment seemed hard. His older brothers did not want to go back, but they agreed to go anyway. When they got to Jerusalem, Nephi and his brothers tried to decide who would go to Laban's house to ask him for the plates. They cast lots to choose who would go. Laman, the oldest brother, was chosen to go. Laman asked Laban for the plates, but Laban refused to give them to him. Instead, Laban became very angry and threw Laman out of his house, telling him that he was a robber. Then Nephi suggested they could trade some treasures for the plates. They went back to their old home and gathered together gold, silver, and other precious things they had left behind. They offered these treasures to Laban. Laban really wanted all the treasures, but he didn't want to give up the brass plates, so he threw the brothers out of his house and then sent the servants to kill them.
That's not polite.
No, it's not following God's laws, Nephi and his brothers had to make a quick getaway, and so to run faster, they dropped all the treasures to the ground. They made it out of the city safely and found a hiding place. And who got all the treasures?
The king.
Then Laman and Lemuel became very angry because their plan didn't work. They picked up a stick and started hitting their younger brothers, Nephi and Sam.
Oh.
An angel appeared and told them to stop. The angel told them if they would try just one more time to get the brass plates, Laban would be delivered into their hands. The brothers obeyed and went back to the city of Jerusalem. When they got to the city walls, Nephi's brothers hid, and Nephi went into the city alone. He went to Laban's house and found him lying on the ground. The Spirit told Nephi to slay Laban because all the other plans had failed. And Laban had stolen their things, hadn't he? Laban was a wicked man, and this was the only way that Nephi could get the brass plates. Still, Nephi did not want to hurt anyone. Finally, after the Spirit told Nephi a third time, he picked up Laban's sword and obeyed. Then he put on Laban's clothes and went into Laban's house to get the plates. And there he found Zoram, the servant of Laban, who had the key to the room where the brass plates were kept. Nephi made his voice sound just like Laban's, and he told the servant to unlock the room, get the plates, and to come with him. When Laman and Lemuel and Sam saw Nephi dressed as Laban, they were afraid for their lives and they began to run away. But Nephi called out to them, and when they heard their brother's voice, they stopped running. When Zoram, the servant of Laban, saw Nephi's brothers, he was afraid, and he tried to run away. But Nephi held on to Zoram and promised him that he would be safe and free if he would stay with Lehi's family. Nephi and his brothers returned to the wilderness with the plates. Their parents, Lehi and Sariah, were very glad to see their sons and the brass plates. Because of his faith and obedience, Nephi accomplished what the Lord had asked him to do.
I will go, I will do the things the Lord commands. I know the Lord provides a way, He wants me to obey. I will go, I will do the things the Lord commands. I know the Lord provides a way, He wants me to obey.